I'm going to speak to you a little bit about the actual management aspect of the business, Clean Sweep LLC. And basically what's going to happen is the first thing, which is the operations manager, will be selected from the site team, which all of the people who are going to be a part of the management team will be selected from the site team itself, which are a group of students who are highly accredited members of the largest student organization on campus. So the operations manager is going to be either a senior level or graduate level student who is pursuing a management degree. And the members of the management team will have to report back to the operations manager, in which the operations manager will be pursuing the class. This will be an internship / an experience, an opportunity to study direct study in entrepreneurship. So basically this will count towards credit hours. So you don't have to worry about any mishaps on the responsibility that comes with this position. Next is the human resource manager. The human resource manager will be, of course, pursuing a management degree, but also pursuing a certification in human resources. The human resource manager will be responsible for all of the hiring and also, if need be, the firing of employees that do not meet the standards of Clean Sweep. The marketing manager will be responsible for the different things that come with having this position, which of course he or she will be pursuing a degree in marketing, and it will handle the sales, the customer relationship management, and promotional activities. It will be also responsible for satisfactory reconciliation and resolution of customer difficulties. The accounting manager will be pursuing a degree in accounting. Basically, what will be going on here is it will be handling all of the responsibilities that an accountant would have in any company. So it will have to handle the sales and customer records, the purchase and vendor records, payroll preparation and reporting, bank reconciliation, periodic financial report preparation, while using the software QuickBooks for accounting. Now, the sustainable competitive advantage of this company, Clean Sweep, will be the fact that it separates, that it's only, tell you a little bit about the surrounding companies within the area about Ofsted. It's only about 16 legitimate companies. And of course, we will be one of those additions to the surrounding companies. And basically, the thing that makes us legitimate is that we'll be licensed, insured, and bonded. Now, bonded meaning that the third party, it will be a third party that basically reassures that any employee of Clean Sweep is trustworthy and also, reliable. Now, the strategy that, the meet and beat pricing strategy basically means that we don't have any overhead responsibility, because all of the members that constitute in managing the actual corporation are volunteers from the SIFE organization. They're not just average students who will just say, I would like to be a member, and try to basically volunteer to be on the management team. They're hand-selected, hand-picked by the administrators of the Langdale College of Business. So they are not just average students on campus. We have a abundant labor pool, and what that means is 50% of residents in the LAMP shelter are unemployed, but they're not just sitting around doing anything. They're pursuing a degree, pursuing either some type of certification or pursuing their education at a technical college. Next is the target market. Now, the reason why we chose housing as our residential area as our target market is because, as you see, it is 6,653 households rather than 2,725 businesses. And basically, like I said earlier on the last slide, is that we have available employees out of all of the residents within the shelter. Of course, before they are selected and hired, they will be put through a vigorous screening process, which they are already put through one before they can even enter the shelter. So they're checked on their criminal background, credit reports, and things of that nature. And then the partners that will have their hand in this LLC will be the members of the, will actually be the advisors of Students in Free Enterprise, and also the business faculty of Langdale College of Business. So if there won't be any problems with the actual management team when it comes down to handling all of the responsibilities that come with operating this LLC.
It's important to note that the New Horizons Shelter success rate is 75%. The social impact will be highly significant. There will be a creation of 15 full-time equivalent positions working towards future personal employment and entrepreneurship. We are going to encourage these ladies that graduate through the program that leave the shelter and move on with their lives to take their clients with them, therefore creating a future employment entrepreneurship for themselves after their time in the shelter as well. There will also be a restoration of more than 150,000 of LAMP's lost funding in the last 3 years. Well, we'll create this in 3 years, but it will help reimburse them because it's important to note that LAMP is also a hurting organization, and by bringing Clean Sweep to them, we can work together to help build them back up. We'll now entertain your questions.
I have one question. You did say that you have 30 potential customers already waiting. And you also said that there is an abundance of workforce, which is basically going to be the students. Have you talked to the students? Do you have a workforce already ready?
The actual workforce would be the residents in the New Horizons shelter, and the students would be more so doing the administrative duties to run the business.
And you have already talked to them and you actually have a workforce already?
Yes. We have numerous different projects that we partner with the community, and this is, SIFE does, and this is just another thing for our students to combine and work hard and try to create an improvement for Valdosta and the surrounding areas.
The operation structure that you have, is that adequate to ensure that the quality of services being provided are adequate? Because you have these people that you're taking from the shelters, you're sending them to somebody's home, right? So how are you going to make sure that you don't have issues of behavior, and that's on one side, and on the other side you have issues of the quality of service?
Now, to answer your question, basically to avoid any issues with quality of service and to make sure that the quality of service is good, the duty of the operations manager, I would say it's a key part in, make sure everything runs smoothly. So that's why the selection of the operations manager, which everybody else reports back to him or her, whoever is selected, you don't necessarily have to worry about any issues with the quality of the service of the Clean Sweep, because the operational manager will be a graduate or senior level student, and it would also have to meet certain requirements that constitute it being an operational manager.
Also, to piggyback off of that, the residents who are interested in being employed through Clean Sweep have to go through rigorous training with people who are already in the cleaning business. We already have volunteers online who are willing to train them and let them know what is quality and what is standard for cleaning.
You have mentioned your variable cost is 65.76, whether it is residential, institution, or businesses. But on the basis of the matrix, which I see, you generate more profit from the institution. And considering the little knowledge I have about this business, your variable cost is much lower when you address the institutions, followed by the business, then the household. In the household, there is a lot of liabilities which are involved in it. Whereas when you go to a commercial complex, everything is closed, you just do the job. It's a wider area space to work with. And also the second thing you had mentioned, all your volunteers, everybody is volunteers. So what does that 65.76% of variable cost account to? What are the details? Just an overview.
That would be the cleaning supplies necessary to clean the houses, maybe
wanted to say that basically, also the marketing aspect of it, you know, we're gonna try to, I don't think that would necessarily answer your question, so I wouldn't touch on that. Okay.
I'll work on it.
From a household owner, why this cleaning company over somebody else? As a household owner,
Why,
why Clean Sweep over somebody
why,
else?
why this?
Why you?
Oh, well, because the mission is for a good cause. You know, you might already have someone who's cleaning your house, but you might also donate to land. So